It is Tuesday, December 24th, 2024, and I'm in the Mission Creek Preserve, and I'm going to do a backpack up Mission Creek, which is kind of behind me. That's the Big Bear Ridge way up there, and I'll be documenting as much as possible video and pictures based on intel I got from a lot of far out comments this year and YouTube videos. So we will see how I can do that. The skies are mostly sunny. There might be some overcast coming in this evening, and even a possibility of maybe a sprinkle or two. And it's about just sneaking up on 60 degrees right now, the slightest breeze. And that's about it here, even though winds are supposed to come in. I don't know how much of that I'll feel going up Mission Creek, so I'll find out, I guess. And weather is basically improving from what it is now, starting tomorrow. So that's good. And start time is 7:15 a.m. Here I go. This is the stone house, by the way, through those trees. (8:30), Tuesday, December 24th, 2024. I'm standing on the PCT looking northbound. I'm at mile 225.7. To my right is an access trail that goes down Mission Creek toward the stone house that way. And from this point on, I'm going to be documenting probably not a whole lot until I get to a campsite that a couple of us went to a few weeks ago at, I think it was 227.6. But anyway, I'll shoot the general topography as I get there, and then as I get to that point and beyond, I'll start to really go into detail, especially as I get up higher in the drainage and there's more issues. So that's the point of doing this, to run a track. I'm running a Gaia track from this point, so that'll be a link to that somewhere, hopefully. All right, and getting a little cloud cover, no wind, temperature 65, so pretty good hiking weather. And I'll give you a panorama here. That's back down towards the stone house and preserve. The PCT comes down over the top of the ridge center frame there and switchbacks down to here and continues northbound. All right. I'm just coming around the corner from that junction and looking up the drainage, and pretty much right about where the tan gravelly area ends from the film here is where I'll cross over and pick up the trail again for a little bit. So the Hillary water did not make it up into this section right here. It stayed down in the drainage, pushing boulders all over the place and taking out anything that grew for the most part. And you can see right in front of me is a wooden stick that hikers have propped up. A little easier to see than a rock cairn. And those will come and go periodically up the drainage. And this area right in here used to be a pretty good break spot with a shade tree. There's still some shade over here, but whatever tree I used to sit under was there, and it's been swept away. And here's the creek flow rate on December 24th, 2024, late season, so probably doesn't get too much lower. center screen. All right, I'm at 226.2. I'm picking the trail back up again. See how far this goes. Definitely comes and goes. .6. I'm back off the trail into the drainage a bit. Get around this corner up here. Trail has been washed out, obviously, and plenty of stick cairns to follow. That's good. 226.7, picking up some more trail here, going up this knob. I'm in the drainage. There's a stick cairn, and right over here is a big rock cairn. All right, there's sort of a fork here. Stay to the right. Pick up this big rock cairn right in front of me. All right, here's this big rock cairn, 227.4, and I'm right on the red line, which probably the trail is kind of over there on that bank, or was. I can see a little bit of it, I think, as it tries to go around this corner, but I'll have to see. I think this is a drainage walk around the corner here. All right, either up and over this bouldery field or around the corner by the creek. It's a pretty sharp bend to the right. Anyway, it's all drainage, no trail through here. All right, this is 227.6, and up here, a little hard to see, but there's a big flat bench up there where I camped with a friend about 2-3 weeks ago. So this is our turnaround point. It was just a one night out back. So I think I'm about an hour's hiking north of that junction, 225.7. All right, there's the camp spot. Trail's coming down, and we're gonna have to go around this bend, a couple of bends here, probably up across the creek. Dry shoes so far. See how that goes. There's a little rock cairn right ahead, and I can see evidence of a little path. People have been walking this drainage rather than trying to cut the corner. I'd have to climb up on this bluff just to see anything, so it's probably not worth that effort. Look at the size of these boulders that have been excavated and moved. And pretty much straight up the creek. Not seeing any rock cairns in here, but really there's only one way to go. And I'm starting the right turn up into the canyon through here. And for me, so far, the closer I've been to the creek, the stones are smaller and it's easier to walk. So far. That's not a marker, it's just a burnt tree. But the red line does show over there, so I'm gonna climb up and see if there's trail there. And maybe right here by this dying tree. Well, here's the trail. Don't think it's gonna show for too long because it got washed away. But if it stays something like this, it'll be easier to walk. All right, you've got this big tree, the landmark, and center frame straight across is a wooden stick, a 4x4. So I'll have to just kind of pay attention, because getting cliffed out is a possibility if you try and walk a piece of trail. Not really seeing much anyway, so yeah, probably going to be more drainage through here. All right, it's been an hour since my last check-in for data, and I'm at 228.7 right here. So whatever that is, back to the last play. Took me an hour to do that. All right, another rock face. This might be the end of dry shoes, which is okay. I guess I'll try and cut right across straight ahead here. More of the same. Just trying to find these little sort of sand channels or whatever that have smaller rocks in them. Easier to follow, or easier to move through, I should say. 228.9, and I'm right on the red line. So this used to be a trail. I guess it technically still is. There's a big open space to the right, and I'm wondering if I can't pick the trail up again up here somewhere. I'm gonna check it out. Keep my eye out on the red line. And sure enough, there's a camp spot right there. Tenting spot. There's a post. So looks like the trail does move through here. Let's find out. All right, 229.0. Yep, right on the red line, northbound. That's where I came out of the drainage. Up here, and looks like back down into the drainage at some point. Yeah. Wow, look at all the driftwood that got washed way up here as everything came hurtling down the drainage on this bend. All right, I've come from over there across this kind of washout area, and I'm going to drop back down into the drainage. I think the trail originally went over on the right side, probably through all those rocks. This is still about 5 or 6 feet. I could go back to the little wash area there. Walk in the drainage. Let's see, center frame. I can see it, but there is a post kind of at the bottom of that hillside. And you'd have 229.5. Boy, that tree is a tough one. Right in the center of all this, and it managed to stick around. Everything else got raked. 220. Big striated rock, and then keep on the right side, and in that little draw is a cairn. So I'm going to go over there and see if that leads to the trail. So there's the cairn. There's the little wash draw with a tree in the middle of it, dead tree. All right, I came up that little draw, crossed over, had to kind of bushwhack a little to my right, and look what I found. The PCT, for at least a little ways. It's nice to have a break every once in a while from the rocky drainage. Although, like I said before, for me, staying close to the creek was the best thing, the closest thing to a trail tread. Otherwise, you're going up and over larger boulders. Well, I'm pretty high up above the drainage, so I hope I don't get totally cliffed out and have to backtrack. I guess I'll find out in the next probably several hundred yards. Okay. All right, that's what I'm shooting for, is that there's 3 trees up there, that little pad. But how I'm gonna get down there, I hope the trail decides to take a nice route down. And off to my left, look at that bench. Plenty of camping there. Well, I've reached this point here where a big dead tree, and looks like people were somehow scrambling there, but over here I see people have traversed through the brush. I'm going to try that, lose a little more elevation before I have to down climb, but I'm almost to that pad, so hopefully. All right, so just follow those broken limbs and you'll get to this big log, and there's the pad. All right, so far so good. I can see it ahead. I'm facing southbound now, but there's a little rock cairn and these logs which give you the direction of the little tiny bushwhack and then onto the real trail from this area here. Oh boy. But yeah, it's easy to get down to the drainage again from right in here anyway. Walk up to that tree and see what that's like. Take a break, have lunch. It's got to be getting close to noon. All right, here are the cairns and a little bit of a down climb, not much though, 3 or 4 feet down into the drainage. All right, I'm stopping for a bit. Well, still dry feet, plenty of little rocks to rock hop on. Of course, this time of year, the water level is going to be pretty low. It's just to my right. I'm going to follow this up here. There's a gap. So, follow the creek up through those boulders, or come off near that wall and arc around. That looks like better walking material there. So I'm going to try this on the left. Once again, looking for these sort of sand channels or whatever that have the smaller rock, which is easier to walk through, or right next to the creek. So here's one here. Let's see where this gets me around the bend. All right, 1:18 in the afternoon, mile 231.4. The wind is blowing, but it's from behind me at least. I am going uphill here. This is all up. Probably 200 to 300 feet a mile, although the trail actually is just steeper. So now let's go around this bend, see what's on the other side. Now more curves. Bend left, bend right. Okay, I got this big old rock here. Red line and trail is to my left, up over there. I'm going to go up, see if I can find it. And give me some actual trail for a while. Let's go check it out. Well, here's the trail. The red line's to my left a little bit, so I'll have to keep my eye out for that. Right now, this is tread, so I'm going for it. Yeah, here we go. At least for a little bit. Get out of the drainage. All right, trail. I'm at 231.8, probably 231.7 is where I picked it up again. See how far this lasts. About 231.9. Little pad here, somewhat protected from the wind. All right, more trail. All right, well, that was about 0.3 of trail, which I'll take. Now we're gonna drop down in the drainage for a bit. All right, is that my Pyramid Mountain? It is. I go to the right side. Well, this isn't too bad. It's just the biggest difference between trail and this is the footing's not as good, and you have to step over and around rocks into loose sand sometimes, so you're definitely using more energy. But it's better than going through big boulders, that's for sure. And a draw going up left, and the trail I want is up to the right here toward those trees. All right, the start of the trees. Trail is, red line is probably the base of that cliff. Let's see. Well, this left side is working out okay so far. See how long it holds. Somewhere close up here, I should be getting to a significant mileage point where stuff happens. Good stuff, I hope. 233.0. I should be within 3 or 4/10 of that. Well, this is definitely part of the jungle walk, and some of it's still here. A lot of it's been ripped out. I suspect the red line is up to my right somewhere, but not too far, so I'm just gonna pick my way up here. And it's a little more bouldery through here, but don't know if it'd be any better over there. So I should meet up with the red line up straight ahead here in about 100 or 200 yards, maybe. All right, there's a trail marker, so let's go find out how good it is. Sneak it up on 233.0. All right, I'm at 232.6, and the red line is still in the drainage off to my right here, but it's still in the drainage, so I'm just picking what I consider the path of least resistance going up here. I'm at 232.9. The trail kind of came up, but I'm gonna have to go back down into the drainage a bit, I think it got taken out for right up in there. But in here are tenting sites, so I have to decide whether or not this is where I want to spend the night. It's definitely a possibility. Just see how close I am to the water here. It'd be nice, and maybe I will stop here. Yeah, I'm close, within 100 feet. So maybe this would be a good spot. I know when the next tenting spot will be. Definitely have to go around that corner. So 233.0, this is this sort of island dead ahead, and the comment was go right, the right side, and I think I might pick up the trail eventually here again. Obviously there's the drainage on the left, the main drainage. So if I go up there, I've got to check on my water program. Alright, looking southbound. This is where you can kind of tell I've definitely been going uphill all day. There's a little pad right there, which I think I'm going to use. And the creek is over here. This is this island on top of which the trail apparently is, or was, or whatever. So it's about 2:30. And sun is over the hill. It's sprinkling, 10 to 4. I guess I pitched camped in time today. Good call. I see a bunch of blue sky out there too, so hopefully this will just be short-lived. But I'm in good shape, I think, here right now.